Are you a parent who needs support for being your child's teacher? Do you need some encouragement as you facilitate your child's learning at home and everywhere else? Or maybe you just need to take a break and connect with fellow parents? If your answer is yes, then join us on the Educating for Life show. Join us, Mariel Ukienko, Michelle Pradelanan, San Unson, and Tina Rodriguez, the homeschooling moms behind the Philippine Homeschool Convention and online events like the Connect Homeschooling and Intentional Parenting Summit, as we share about different topics related to home-based education and everything in between. Watch our episodes on our Facebook page, Events by EFL, and on our YouTube channel. We hope that you'll join us because Educating for Life is all about supporting families and valuing education. See you there! Hello! Good evening, everybody! Welcome back to the Educating for Life show! We're so
Hello,
happy
everyone.
that you are all here. Ayan, for those of you who may be here for the first time, I'm Tina.
I'm
Ayan,
San.
napakilala ko.
I'm Michelle. Hello.
Ayan, and this is Mariel. Ayan, so
We want to greet those who are already leaving comments. Abby, hello. Yes, thank you for coming
Hello,
today. So,
Abby.
we're actually using a new platform. So, bear with us if medyo nangangapa kami with our streaming platform. Thank you again to our live stream partner, Eventshub.app. And of course, our media partner, the Asian Parent Philippines, because we are also streaming live on their Facebook page. I hope. I will double check because inayos ko siya kanina. So, um, ayan, ladies, it's been 2 weeks since our last episode. Michelle, we missed you last time.
I
Ayun. So,
know, I know. I'm sorry I didn't make it because there's good
yes,
reason.
yes,
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 I was at the Gen 3 rally at that time. And as you have
yes.
heard, there was no signal.
Oo nga. Yes. So, thank you for being with us, no? All of you who are watching now on both the Asian Parent Philippines page and the events by EFL page, and of course, yung mga magti-team replay later. So, we want to welcome you because this is a very special episode that is very close to our heart, and we want to thank Marielle for bringing this topic up to all of us. Because in one of our episodes last year, it was our last episode for the year. I think Michelle also was not able to make it then. So the three of us were there, myself, San, and Marielle. So no matter how hard we tried, guys, we felt so, I don't know, so depleted. It was so
Low
hard
energy.
di ba? Parang ang hard to, and the topic pa was making our holidays meaningful. Di ba? So we had to force ourselves to try to be, cheerful and all. And it's so ironic that was what was happening during that episode. So tao lang kami, guys. Yun lang gusto namin sabihin. Tao lang kami. Ayan.
Oh, what happened?
Ayan. So, kaya we decided to come up with this episode, and I think based on the reaction of people who, ano yan? Wala kaming memo, hindi kami informed, Marielle.
Ano
Wow,
yun?
May
gusto ko yung
waiter ka
may ano pa
dyan?
eh. May pulutan pa eh. Gusto ko yun.
May waiter. Wala dito yung waiter ko nag-grocery, guys.
Grabe. Kaya ako hanggang makeup lang. Pero pagka si Mariel, si Jobs, may service, di ba?
Diba?
Yeah. So,
Ibang klase.
yan talaga ang pagmamahal. Yes? Yeah, that's one of the ways pala to bring
Love
fun back.
language yan. Oh,
Ano
yeah.
na kasi, uy, gabi na kasi, it's almost 9. So,
Oo, yeah.
tama lang.
May masamang joke lang. Okay, go. Michelle, so I know you missed that episode. Napanood mo ba? What did you think of that episode last ano? Yeah.
Ayun na nga. Like you said, medyo malungkot. It was a challenging time for us, di ba? Kasi 2 years na tayong nagpapasko na nasa pandemya pa rin tayo. We're still in the pandemic. And what are we doing? We're still doing Zoom parties or if we want to go see our relatives, we have to be very careful. No, it's really exhausting to be in that position.
Yeah,
Yeah.
parang we just all felt so drained, diba? And ang funny
Yeah.
thing is, December yun, we didn't know what was going to hit us a month after, diba?
Exactly.
Exactly. Parang na-shock tayo noong January.
Yeah. So parang December, we were all drained. We were just trying to keep it all together. Yun nga, sabi ni Michelle, we felt the weight of another Christmas without our families, seeing each other face to face, yung usual traditions natin. Yun ako, yun talaga yung na-miss ko yung um, simba sa simbang gabi, yung mga traditions like that, traditional Filipino traditions. Tapos I felt like, yun, di ba, parang famous happened natin, we were so busy. I was so busy with so many things. Pero parang wala naman ako talagang ginagawa. Parang I don't know. So parang, yun yung parang general sentiment. And then of course, yun, yung fear pa, na COVID is still there. I was still trying to protect our family, di ba? Keep everyone healthy. So parang, yun.
Yeah. And that's why we wanted to do this episode about FUN, about fun in our life and fun in our homeschool. So this topic was actually inspired by an article I read early this year about fun. Parang kulang ako ng fun. So sabi ko dito sa mga ladies, sabi ko, how about we talk about fun naman in one of the episodes? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight.
But
Exciting!
before we start, magkamustahan muna tayo kasi last time nga wala si Michelle, diba? So quick updates lang. And I don't know why I cannot show the comments from Facebook. Bear with us, guys. So Abby pala is on YouTube, kaya nakita natin. Pero hindi ko ma-show, but there are people commenting on Facebook. So thank you for joining us. And ayan, magkamustahan muna tayo. Michelle, how are you guys?
Okay, you know what? Last Christmas, we had a really, we were really happy because my eldest, who was away for 2.5 years because of work, she was out of the country, nakauwi siya. So talagang ang saya-saya namin. Ano. Pero of course, parang bitin kasi we couldn't get to see our families. We just mostly stayed at home. Pero kahit na, masaya pa rin. You know, just to be complete and be with each other. Nag-enjoy yung mga magkakapatid. Siyempre, dumating yung ate nila. So, we were happy. As for our homeschooling, no homeschooling happened that time. Kasi nga, nandyan yung ate. And then, nung dumating yung January, na-shock kami kasi half of us got COVID naman. So, the half were sick and kaming half, hindi ako nagkasakit. Kaming half were taking care of the others who were sick. So, hindi na talaga, naalala ko, hindi kami makaupo masyado or ang hirap pala no? Na may COVID sa pamilya. Talagang gagawin mo lang, aalagaan mo lang sila. Aalagaan mo rin yung sarili mo, kayo na walang sakit.
Yeah, very important. Very important yun kasi parang yun kayo yung parang strength while everybody else is sick.
Yeah, oo. And then at this time, the children, I mentioned before that they're diba, doing their alternative learning system. So we are focused on finishing up their portfolio.
Ay, may portfolio pala yun.
Meron din kasi nga wala ng exam. So instead, ginawa nila portfolio na lang. So we're building their portfolio. So pag nakita naman nila, pero meron silang mga forms that we fill up, ganyan. Mga assignments sila. Pag nakita nila, doon na nila binibase na yung pumasa na yung bata.
Oh, that's cool.
How about you,
Sani ko
Sam?
Ako naman, narinig niyo ako?
Yes!
Alright. Okay. So ako naman, I've been deep in the trails of the company. For our
Idol ko yun.
Hindi naman, mostly still staying mo. Parang feeling ko kailangan ko i-give yung best. Kasi nga hindi pa rin talaga ako lumalabas. So parang this is what I can only do from my end. So parang might as well, di ba? And because of that, I've met a lot of new friends. And yun, so parang yun, that always energizes me talaga. Extra na extra. Yun talaga. I don't know, meeting new people. And yun nga, yung parang being able to actually do something even though we're stuck at home. Yeah. And then we started a new term this January in homeschooling. So we just came off a break actually. Tapos of course, there's still work for PLB, other pangkabayan showcase. And we are working, we have some exciting things for all of you over at Educating for Life.
Yes! Kinikilabutan ako! Stay tuned, guys! Kinikilabutan ako kasi hindi ko pa nagagawa assignment ko. Okay. Sabi nila, ano kaya yun? Abangan!
Secret pa. Ako naman still focused syempre on homeschooling. Doing my own bit of campaigning in my own little way. Tapos to reset, kami minsan actually joined an online alam mo lang kasi minsan 1 week or 2 weeks in between yung break namin after every 6 weeks. Anyway, so homeschooling is for me is really all about learning and doing, and then doing it all over again. Learn and do, learn and do. Parang yun ang life.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Ako naman, magkukwento ako. Well, alam niyo naman lahat, no, na nagka-COVID kaming lahat. Yan, guys. So, kasama kami sa mga, riding. Anong tawag doon? Yung the bandwagon. Nawala na yung English ko. Ayan. So, New Year yun, no? So, shifting from December na medyo low energy na nga tayo, tapos biglang pagdating ng New Year na you have so many hopes for the year, di ba? Parang, wow, COVID, everybody in the family, even my parents. And it was really, like Michelle said, no, medyo stressful nga, pero yun nga, I thank God talaga for you guys. Siyempre, tumakbog muna ako sa inyo and the other, di ba, other people in our groups, in our homeschooling support groups, and of course our other groups. And I really was able to reflect on the gift that homeschooling was. Kasi nasya-shock yung mga anak ko pag may dumadating na food, guys. So minsan may food na ang tagal-tagal na namin hindi kinain, even before the pandemic. Hindi pa kami nakakain ng food na yun. Tapos yun yung... So parang, in a way yun, parang blessing behind the burden, di ba? So, pero feeling ko, kasi nga parang everybody got sick. So feeling ko, minsan I still have that feeling na I'm still trying to catch up from what was lost, quote unquote, during those sick days. So parang palagi ako may hinahabol, ganyan. And yan nga, still busy with the kids and chores, natatapos ba yun? Diba? Never ending story ang labada, ganyan. Diba? Yung joke ko ng God's love is endless and so is our labada. Yan. So, and work, of course, ministry. And of course, diba, campaigning, yan. This is the fight of our life. Nagano eh. Pero one highlight, I think that even amidst all of this, no, parang yung latest update na rin to kasi the big kids, they're attending classes at Abot Tala. So Abot Tala is this self-directed learning center nga here in the Philippines. So sobrang naaliw sila that there was a face-to-face meetup. Pero open air, UP, nakamask lahat. Pero I could see, parang their joy in actually seeing other people besides. I mean, before that, nagsimba kami, di ba? Pero yung iba yung talaga may kakilala sila, makakausap nila. So yun, so for me yun yung magandang update na. And ngayon, tinatanong nila, Mama, when is the EFL Kids Meetup in UP?
Oh my gosh!
Nagpaplano na sila.
My kids are asking me the same. When are the EFL kids going to meet up?
Yung mga nanonood, gusto nyo ba mag-meet up? In-invite. Open invitation.
Extra na extra talagang kailangan. Let's go, everyone.
Hindi. So, yun. So, anyway, yan. Back to their topic na off na. Tell us naman, Maria, about the article that inspired you, no? So, I'll flash that. I took a screenshot of the title of that article here.
Ayan. So, lagi ako nakababad dyan sa mga ganyan na news sites like The Guardian, The Atlantic. Anyway, nag-enjoy ako to read long-form articles. Anyway, coming from that December and early January when everyone seemed to be sick, kami din, I didn't, basta two of my kids and my husband got sick. So I read this article about the power of fun. So this article that you can see on screen, hindi na pala. This article is actually a review about the power of fun. So it's a book by the science journalist Catherine Rice. And I felt that it would be useful to all of us. Kasi yung pagkabasa ko, I shared it with Michelle, San, and Tina. Kasi parang kailangan natin to. So the author says, Catherine Rice says, that fun is not something that's just nice to have. Na parang, sige kung may fun, good. But it's actually essential to have a happy life, especially during these times. So I got interested in it kasi parang ako when you talk about fun, parang it just happens, siguro, right? So I was, okay, parang very special then. So I was really interested in the idea of fun. And then especially with these questions that seem to invite readers. When did you last feel exhilarated and lighthearted? When is the last time you felt fully alive? Ayan. So when I thought about it, for me, ang tagal pa, no? Para kasi iniisip ko yung fun nung before the pandemic talaga. Siyempre, siguro may fun din naman nung pero syempre yung naiisip ko talaga during the pandemic, yung anxiety, right? So iniisip ko yung fun was in 2019, yung last na parang we went on several vacations kasi pwede pa tayo mag-vacation, right? But this author, si Catherine Price, this book na sabi niya, we can have fun even in the midst of this calamity, this instability. Yun. So, yun lang, na-inspire ako. I mean, I wanted to talk more about it, to explore the idea of fun with these ladies. So, ikaw, Michelle, what did you think of this idea?
I really, actually, alam mo, pinag-isipan ko pa mabuti kung when was the last time nga naman that I felt exhilarated. Tapos yung una ko naisip, parang wala kasi na-feel ko lang yung burden ng, di ba, the current pandemic. But, I did remember, I realized something. One of the things that really make me happy and, it really causes a high for me is whenever I see na meron akong ginagawa para makatulong sa mga tao. So, yung isang example ko na nilagay ko, yung isang example that I thought of, kasi this happened in the pandemic, is whenever we would give kasi I work, my, may, na-distract ako. kasi, we actually give psychological first aid trainings, and then we also go to communities to conduct psychological first aid. So last November we went to Mindoro. It's a 4-day project with my Rotary Club and also with Healthy and Mental Health. We went to this remote community, 4 communities in Mindoro na ang ganda naman ng community, ha? Inaalagaan siya ng barangay. But the services were hard to come by kasi it's really remote. Ang hirap pumunta doon. Yung road, halos there's no road kasi it's just rough road to get there. Pero nung nakita ko na, nakapagturo kami sa mga tao doon, at the end of the day, it was exhilarating for me na, wow, nakatulong kami. And I'm really thankful to the Lord that I got that opportunity. That's also the reason why yung question na why are we such crazy homeschool moms, we keep putting up the Philippine Homeschool Convention, di ba? Kasi at the end of the program, pag nakikita ko, at the end of the day, pag nakikita ko na ang daming natutulungan, ang daming, they finally decide na, yeah, it's time to homeschool our kids. Yun, that's really exhilarating for me.
Aww. So, tatanong sana ako.
Okay, go.
Go. Hindi, tatanong ko, so, mayroon ba tayong Philippine homeschool? Hindi, joke. Go. Sinong next?
Homeschool convention.
You never know, guys, kasi ang alert level bumababa
Comment
na.
below
diba?
if
Huwag na lang, tayo
joke lang. Hindi, sige. Go.
We have something exciting planned for all.
Back to the
Yes,
topic.
yes. Okay.
Speaking of fun, and we're having fun planning it. So, what struck me about the article were 2 things, actually. So, una, it mentioned that, parang sabi niya, while happiness is determined by genes and circumstances, sinasabi din niya that 40% can be within our control. So, parang di ba, so parang, okay, well, I've always had this perspective that happiness is a choice. No, it's a decision. Parang it doesn't just happen to you. And so, yung validation in this article, parang we can, and we should parang do something about it. But hindi parang pwedeng maghihintay lang tayo. Parang ganyan, diba? So, parang you pursue it. If you want something, you pursue it. The same is true with having fun, happiness, yung feelings of yung exhilaration, yan, feeling fully alive. The other thing that um, that struck me dun in the article was when it mentioned the broaden and build theory in psychology. So I've always been interested in psychology, pero hindi ako kasing tapang ni Michelle to pursue it at this time. But so I did further research. Ano ba tong broaden and build theory? Kasi sinasabi niya that in the broaden and build theory, it says that positive emotions daw can build resilience, it can be good for your well-being and general health, parang ganyan. So, over time, it says that this broadened behavioral repertoire builds useful skills and psychological resources. So, it means, I guess, ang takeaway ko was, the more we focus on the positive, the more we choose, sabi ko, diba, I believe that it's a choice. The more we choose to see the positive, even in the pandemic, even when we were stuck at home, the more we are trained, parang habit forming, in Charles Mason's circle, the more we are trained to think and pursue what is positive. So parang we get to get over, diba? We learn how to get over yung feelings of sadness or inadequacy or things like that. So, parang, and it helps us control stress in mga nega vibes.
Mega vibe. Shoo.
Plan to away. True.
Gusto ko yan, yung the more we focus on the positive. Kasi I think for the longest time, palaging negative focus ko. Di ba pag nagme-message ako sa inyo, pagdating sa homeschooling, parang, bakit ganito? Ganyan. Bakit? So, I think it was really, what do you call it, Michelle? In mindset shift, no?
Yes.
That we really needed to take. Especially itong pandemic. I mean, pre-pandemic, dami na nating issues. Diba? Tapos ngayon, lalo na parang, paano na yung, how can you have fun even, if you're just stuck at home? And in the article, it was also mentioned that there is an assumption that fun is effortless, no? That your leisure time will just fill itself. And when I really thought about it, naisip ko na, oo nga, no? Kasi ako din, yun yung ina-assume ko before, no? That fun is or should be effortless. Parang it will just automatically happen. You'll be having fun. But I realized, especially because of the pandemic now, that we really need to be more intentional with how we spend our time and even our leisure time, yung time that we're supposed to be spending having fun. Yun nga, this is all about having fun in our homeschool, in our lives, in our family life. So it made me reflect talaga na, ako ba, am I being intentional in having fun? Not just with my kids. Kasi minsan nga parang feeling ko easier to be intentional pag yung kids di ba? Parang you mindset yourself na, kailangan I have fun so that it's easier for them to learn, that they have fun also. Pero yung, but what about me? Diba? Parang a person with my own interest. So it made me reflect, ako ba, am I intentional? Or parang I just go with the flow na, sige, pag kaya lang isingit, ganyan. Pag kaya lang isingit yung gusto kong basahin na libro, or alam mo, fun na nga sa akin yung at the end of a long day, yung uupo ako sa kitchen table, guys. Yung malinis na lahat. Tapos may cup of coffee. Tapos don't disturb me. For 5 minutes, kids, don't talk to me. Ganon. So I think, yun, parang ako, tama yung sinabi na, it's not effortless We really need to make an effort to do it, to have fun.
Yes. And kaya ko nagustuhan yung article kasi parang may how-to naman siya. Meron siyang framework, in short. May framework siya on how to have fun. O, di ba? Parang seryoso. Pero parang don't think about it na hindi naman masama na mag-plan to have fun because as sabi nga, kailangan talaga natin yun to build resilience, to inject life in our life. So si Price, the author, actually identified 3 factors of real restorative fun na restore ka, na buksan ka. So, faithfulness, connection, and flow. Yan. So, parang yung sinasabi niya kasi, pwede naman, it's possible to have fun naman kahit hindi mo ma-meet lahat yun ng criteria na kahit na 1 or 2 lang of those things. Pero kapag if you don't have any of those, yung playfulness, connection, and flow, malabo na you will have fun. So kasi I guess the idea is if we have all these three, playfulness, connection, and flow, we can have fun in our ordinary life, right? Day-to-day life natin. Kahit na nakatugas mo lang na pakinggan, di ba? As Tina mentioned, na parang cup of coffee, and that's joy for her, that's fun for her. Okay? Na parang time to reflect. So for me, thinking about it, what's fun for me these days is learning photography. Talagang wala akong kaalam-alam. Matagal na akong may camera. Nasa auto mode lang ako. So I'm moving away from that. And yun, it gives me fun. I realize, as Tina mentioned nga kanina, di ba, parang what about us? Parang kasi as moms, lahat tayo parang siguro iniisip natin, uy, fun to for my daughter, fun to for my son. Pero yung mga what about us? So ito, so for me, learning photography, or actually kahit lang alam mo, nagamit ko lang yung camera kasi yung auto mode. And then also, syempre yung bird watching, is my passion for since 2018. Since pandemic, especially in 2018, hindi ako talaga lumabas sa bird watch. Parang, kahit sa garden, ayaw ko ng anyway, so in photography and bird watching, it's really fun for me kasi, di ba yung sabi, playfulness. So parang for me, parang pag bird watch, parang nag-hunt ka kasi nun, di ba? Parang may clue or something. So yung playfulness, that's part of it. And also, playfulness or connection. I'm very connected and very engaged with what I'm doing. So it's yung focus ng camera or yung pagtingin talaga dun sa ibon. And then yung flow. parang it's just very fun for me na parang I forget the things that I'm worried about kasi lahat tayo worried tayo, right, for about something. And yeah, that's fun for me. And I realized that I have to give time for these na parang, and not just wait for the perfect time for it. Hindi yung dahil lang may ibon sa labas. Parang I have to go out kahit na hindi ko wala. Yun. How about you, Kat?
Okay, I shared a quote from the article in the comments section, but I'll read it to you. Sabi ng our author, true fun requires us to be present and at ease, not distracted, self-critical, stressed, or sleep-deprived. For many of us, that's a tall order. Talagang hirap. Nasanay na tayo na, we think fun is sitting down in front of Netflix, watching Netflix and ako, meron pa akong Discovery Plus, may Prime, may ano pa. But actually, those are really very passive activities kasi nakaupo ka lang eh. In fact, di lang siya passive, it's actually making you dissociate pa from your surroundings. Hindi mo na sila papansinin kasi nanonood ka lang. But the author tells us that true fun needs us to be present in the moment. You know what? 2 days after so, nung natapos yung shinare ko kanina, di ba, we went to Mindoro to have the mission for 4 days. After that, we spent 2 days at a resort kasi the kids came, they followed. And so, ang saya nun para sa amin kasi, and I really had to make the decision na while we were enjoying the time together, swimming in the beach, enjoying the beach, na I will just stay in the moment. Hindi ko iisipin. It's a decision really that I had to make na I'm just gonna let go of the worries that I have. Kasi ngayon, nandito ako ngayon sa beach and I want to enjoy and really fully appreciate this blessing that we have and the time that I have with my kids. And then the other thing na sinabi niya, which struck me, was we really need a good amount of sleep. Diba? Kasi mahirap nga naman. I don't know kayo, Mariel, Santina, pagka ba kayo sleep deprived, nakaka-function ba kayo ng maayos? Hirap, diba?
Si Tina, oo.
Si
Pero masungit ako.
Hindi talaga ko tulog. Diba?
So, hindi rin maayos yun.
Oo, and so in order for us to stay in the moment, we also have to take our sleep seriously. So really sleep at the right time, sleep the yung hours of sleep which is sa akin at least 8 hours dapat makatulog ako para magising ako na optimal, and so for the day the kids can count on me to perform optimally, para maging in the moment tayo.
Totoo yan, Michelle. You know what I noticed? The past few days I've been really busy with things na. So parang later than usual talaga ako natutulog. And yung times na ganyan, na when I am sleep deprived, not really sleep deprived, pero less than my usual number of hours of sleep, doon ko na-feel yung feelings of being stuck in a rut. Yun yun, di ba? Parang yun yung sucking the joy out of you. And I realized ko na it's because of sleep na talaga. So, it really matters. Parang an hour, akala mo parang it doesn't matter that you're just you sleep 1 hour later. But it doesn't. It accumulates kasi, di ba, over some time.
Oh,
yeah. Tapos I also relate with yung kay Mariel because it's really one of the things that I also really enjoy is bird watching. Because nga, I realize it's because parang you have to be present. You have to be there. And yun yung rin sa articles that it said in the article that you have to be present. So yun yung, it's not just mindlessly scrolling, diba? So sometimes people say that fun is parang scrolling through your social media. But really, I realize, yung hindi siya, yung parang mindlessly scrolling, mas nakakapagod siya actually Pero, so yun, yung bird watching. And then I also like doing crafts. Parang keeping my hands busy. Kasi ganun din, you have to be present pag nag-crochet ka, you have to count the number of stitches. Ganyan. And then I also, one of the things that I also do for fun is reading. And I realized last year, my target last year was to read 12 books in 2021. So that's 1 book a month. By June pa lang, parang na-double ko na yung target ko. Parang gano'n. So, parang end of the year, I doubled my target. So, parang, and I realized it was because I embraced na what I really enjoy reading is fiction. Parang for the longest time, I've always been studying non-fiction kasi gusto ko yung nag-aaral. But parang for fun, so I really enjoy it. And then yun nga, yung connecting with people. So nakarelate ako with what the writer of the article said. Parang even yung Zoom meetups during the pandemic really energized her. So a few days ago, we met up, homeschoolers, doing campaign for our candidates. And talaga na-energize ako naman. And it's so talaga. So yun yung things. Kahit basically you make time for it because you realize na parang, ayun pala yun, okay pala rin yung mga things like this.
Medyo, ako talaga dun tamaan ako din dun sa article yung sa sleep Sabi ko, so that's why I feel like how I feel most days. Yung parang, at the end of the day, parang, Mama, can you read this to me? No. Ganun na ako. So, parang sabi ko siya, so, oo nga. Kasi, di ba, parang, baka yung iba iniisip na, what does that have to do with our homeschools? Pero kasi we moms are the ones, I'm assuming that if you're the teaching parent, di ba, tayo yung nagsaset ng tone. So, parang, if you're not the one, the fun, or having fun yourself, parang, ang hirap for the kids to move forward also. So, ako yan, gusto ko rin yan, Michelle, yung sleep. Tapos, believe it or not, ang fun for me these days, is creating content na hindi related sa work, pero more about yung advocacy. Ito, like EFL, yung mga videos, enjoy ako dyan sa mga ginagawa ko. At saka yung mga content for...
enjoy ka.
Content for our ministries, ganyan, yung sa fees, yung sa serve kami. Parang, doon ako nag-i-enjoy kasi, yun nga, parang feeling ko that I'm able to help somehow and so I guess yun ba yun, parang I have fun in knowing that somebody else is a bit better off for it. Wala ba sound ko? Okay. So ako yun nga, pero yun nga For example, ayan, creating podcast episodes. Last year, yung
Wow!
birthday ko, tinry ko mag-launch ng podcast. So, parang mga 3 episode pa lang.
Oo
Mga
nga
3 episode
pala.
pa lang or 4 na episode. Nag-recycle ako ng mga dating mga scripts na nasulat ko na before. Pero enjoy ako kasi parang, wow, ang cool pala nito, ganyan. So, pero neglected siya, guys. Pero if you wanna check it out, it's in Spotify. Tapos, yun nga, creating videos na inspiring, ganyan. So, yung reading books din, yun yung something talaga na yung sabi ko kanina, I have to be more intentional. Kasi I do enjoy it, but yun nga parang it's always at, yung tama ka sana yung kailangan, talaga, no, embrace mo na you're going to do it. Ganyan. So, no matter what happens, you're going to do it. And writing. Actually, I miss writing. Writing sa blog, yung writing mga reflections, ganun. Pero, nakakatamad na, guys. Pero, ako parang yun, parang I just need to be more intentional about it. So yun, parang I just have to have that mindset nga, no, na this is going to help me and it's gonna help my kids because it will help me also to be a better mom, better teacher to them. So yun. So, ngayon naman, we're gonna end. We're actually almost going to end for those who are still here watching. Please feel free also to share in the comments how do you have fun, okay, while we share our last thoughts on this article. How do you have fun, okay? Share your thoughts in the comments, and also if you have questions, share away, all right? So, ngayon, how do we put the fun back in our homeschool? Siguro for us adults mostly kasi that's what we're talking about now. Pero pati yung kids, 'di ba? So what plans do we have? How are we going to apply the article, 'di ba? So kayo din, if you learn something, please feel free to share in the comments. Ayun. Hindi ko lang show yung comments niya, but we can read them out loud. Okay, Maria, ka muna, go.
Okay. Ako, parang I think may time din na sobra akong nagne-Netflix ng gabi. Super Netflix. So, kaya pala ako puyat. Tapos parang antok na antok ako ng daytime. Ganyan. So anyway, for this year, at the start of the year, especially after nung we joined nga kasi an online convention. So one of the things that I did was to really set aside time for my kids. Ito naman in our homeschool, di ba? So we end our lessons ng lunchtime and then we have wala kanya-kanyang time for ourselves, and then the key to their hearts, di ba, is their stomach. So ngayon I make an effort na meron kaming snacks talaga na sabay-sabay kami. Unlike before na kapag gutom sila, kukuha sila ng food, ganyan. So ngayon, nag-e-effort naman ako na, let's eat together. And then, at the same time, meron kaming ginagawa together kahit na makinig lang ng music or read poetry. And yun, it's para siyang napapractice din yung kids on having fun and really detaching from all the other distractions, I suppose. And I guess, sabi nga dun sa article, it's something that we should schedule so that it becomes a habit, right? So yun, ako for me, na parang meron akong schedule, bigla akong hinanap. I printed it kasi, I don't know, I'll show you. So meron akong yung morning schedule namin, yung afternoon namin. So parang kapag ka naisip ko, parang nakahiga lang ako dito, or parang nagsiscroll lang ako. So, parang, time pala to do this, to do that, ganyan. And parang focused fun. And again, babalik din sa playfulness kasi yung pag-poetry o kaya kakanta ka or makikinig ka ng music, may connection talaga dun sa what we're doing and connection with each other. Yun. Yun yung sa mga ginagawa namin, which I also can recommend. Just, set aside time kahit in the afternoon tapos ka ng mag-homeschool, but afternoons can also be part of your homeschool even if you're done officially.
Yeah. How about you, Michelle? Okay, Michelle. Okay ka na. Nawala ka.
Yes, namatay yung laptop ko. I'm so sorry. So,
It's
I'm
okay.
still trying to fix up my gadget. Kaya kayo muna sumagot.
Sige. It's okay. Sige, San. Ikaw
Mukhang
mo.
nawala ka. Tapos parang, yes. Ano pa yung laptop ko
Ha?
eh? Ano ko wala eh. Hindi ako ganyan
Chill.
sasagot.
Chill.
Anyway, so yeah. Yan, sabi ni Mariel, di ba? The article defined fun. Sabi niya, the article said that fun is something that nourishes. So it's something that makes us feel alive, makes us feel energized. It is not passive. Kaya you have to be intentional about it. That's what we said also. And so it becomes a habit. So you have to do it and practice it over and over again for it to become a habit, diba? For it to become habit training. So I think yung application ko in homeschooling after parang internalizing the article really is assessing if there is anything that is not life-giving in our homeschooling. Parang is there anything that is not making us feel alive, energized, that is not making us feel nourished and connected with our students? It can be tweaking your materials, it can be changing your schedule, it can be taking a break in between. It can be all of these things, it can be none of these things, it can be some of these things, diba? But really yun parang being again in tune or attuned to our students and the realities of our family rhythm. This year, actually, ewan ko kung na-share ko here, but the past 2 years have been very difficult in our homeschool. Parang very challenging. But this year, for some reason, akala ko mahirap. And talagang I repair ko na yung daughter ko na mahirap yung subjects natin. We have to be patient. We have to just pull through. I will be learning alongside you this year. And so, but surprisingly, it's been smooth sailing for us. Of course, hindi naman siya giddy fun every single day. There are good days and bad days, but more good days, surprisingly. And also, there's playfulness, which is one of the, yun yung sinabi ng article, no, criteria of fun. And I've learned also na parang to check myself instead of getting annoyed na bakit pa hindi to nakukuha, bakit ang tagal-tagal, paulit-ulit na lang inaral na natin yan, ano ba to? So parang I just try to make light of things. So parang magpapatawa na lang ako or what. Kasi it also helps me. It also helps me. And then it helps to connect. And then, di ba, parang yung mood talaga instantly changes with that. And then another thing, yun, yung connection din. Ngayon, especially these past few days, well, a few months na rin, grabe yung distraction. Grabe yung distraction ng Viber talaga. And so I have to parang pull myself out of it. So minsan nakikita ko, nasisilip ko, 120 messages.
206 messages!
Mga ganyan. But you know, it can really suck the fun kasi nawawala ka. Ichigo-ichi. Natutunan ko to from our mother hen doon. Ichigo-ichi, being present in the moment. But when you have distractions like that, talagang napupul ka out of the moment And so it also sucks the fun out of connecting with my daughter during homeschool. So talagang yun yung something that I need to work on. Kasi minsan nasisingit ko pag biglang may independent work. Parang, uy, okay, sasagot ako messages hanggang wala na. Hindi na ako sa Viber, di ba? So yun, I have to work on that talaga.
Relate ako dyan sa Viber. Magka-group kasi tayo.
I know.
Pero, among many other groups. Relate ba kayo, moms? Yan, mag-comment kayo. Yung mga nasa-suck into the message world. Ako talaga, wait lang, baka pwede na ibalik si Michelle. Michelle, balik na kita. Try. Ayan. Yay. Ako the same as Han. When I read the article, I thought na, and actually, feeling ko wake up call to for me. Kasi the past 2 weeks, I think, meron akong isang anak whose love language is really time. Yung, ano ba tawag doon? Yung, basta yun, yung spending time together. Palagi yan sinasabi na, When are you going to have a holiday? Ganyan. Kailan daw ako magkaka-holiday?
Sa trabaho natin,
Kasi,
walang holiday, Tina.
kasi parang ang ano niya is, yung dati daw, mas madalas ako lumabas with them. Yung lumabas with them pag lalabas sila to play kasi minsan ang tagal nila sa labas, 'di ba? So ako parang lalabas ako during the last 30 minutes of their allocated time to play. So parang yun, parang sabi ko nga, I really need to, the same as Sunny, minsan, check mo lang. Kunyari, work message yan sa Viber. Pero you end up checking all the other Viber groups. Tapos, nawala na, ganyan. So, ako yun din, parang I have to be more intentional in doing activities, sabi nga doon sa article, di ba, that are real and restorative. Not just for myself, but for my kids. And kasama dyan, actually, Maria, yung nabanggit mo, yung mag-merienda together. And yung poetry tea time, ayan, tinatanong ako. The same child has been asking me, when are we going to have it again? Tapos kasi last week, si Anthony, parang bumili siya ng napakagandang tea set na on sale kasi yung proceeds will go to this home for the abandoned elderly. Sabi ko, bakit dalawa binili mo? Anong gagawin natin dyan? Pero yung anak ko na to, sabi nga, ibenta ko na lang. Yung anak ko na, yung as in dainty, yung ang ganda. Tapos sabi ng anak ko na to, sabi niya, perfect for our poetry tea time, ganyan. So sabi ko, okay, that's what fun is. And ako din naman, enjoy ako. 'Di ba? Pero sabi niya sa akin, pero paano yun, mama? Hindi tayo pwede mag-treats kasi Lent. Ganyan. Sabi ko, di Sunday tayo. Sunday tayo. So anyway, yun, parang ako for me yun na, and also yung sleep nga, Kasi I really catch myself being easily short-tempered pag ganon. So, syempre, who wants that kind of mom? Hindi fun. Yung ganong mom, 'di ba? So, kasi yun nga, at the end of the day, I will say na, let's not read na lang just one book na lang, ganyan. Kasi minsan, usually more than one book, diba? Pero minsan, the shortest book na lang, ganyan. Kasi pagod ka na. Pero yun nga, and I want to encourage the kids to do the same thing too, na to be more intentional siguro. Kasi even if we're interested learning, we're an interested learning family, so self-directed sila. So, most of the time naman, what they choose to learn is fun for them. Pero, ganon din yung I will share what I learned from Mariel's article with them na to be more intentional sila yon with that. So yun, Michelle, ikaw na lang. Hindi pa naka-share.
Okay, I lost my codigos. So, ano ba ang question na tinatanong na sinasagot
We're
natin
talking
ngayon?
about how to put fun back in our homeschool for both the adults and kids based on what we learned from the article. What are our plans, if any?
Okay, thank you, Tina. So ako, I would still really just practice mindfulness and help my children to do the same. Mindfulness meaning you're always in the present. Kasi just like you all, we're all working and so it's hard to be mindful actually. Especially, I always catch myself or hindi nga ako nakaka-catch pala. My children catch me. Kasi they know when I'm with them, but I'm thinking of something else.
Yes.
Oh, nakaganyan ako, kasama ko sila, but they know, Mommy, what are you thinking about? Ganyan na yan sila. Or, why are you pensive? So, nawawala ako talaga sa moment. So, that's something na I also have to, actually yan yung ina-explain niya sa article ng author na pina-practice natin siya palagi para it just flows in our lives, 'di ba? Na masanay ka na pagkakasama mo yung mga anak mo na you're really focused on them. Though I myself I'm guilty katulad ng shinare ko na kahit nga wala akong gadget yung utak ko nasa iba.
Sobra.
Yun yung mahirap. And so,
Anong ulam natin mamaya? Ganon.
ako nag-iisip na ako, yung assignment ko, yung isusulat ko pa
kasi
mamaya.
nag-aaral nga ulit, guys. Nag-aaral ulit si Michelle.
Oo. So, ganun. Kailangan ko talagang i-practice yung mindfulness. Although matagal ko na to. And, alam niyo, tinuturo ko rin sa mga anak ko yung mindfulness. Kasi nga, malaking tulong din eh. Alam niyo yung isang way na matuturuan niyo yung anak niyo ng mindfulness? Yung pagka merong ping pong ball, for example, ping pong ball, just get a ball, maliit or tennis ball, and then if you have, just get a board, a cardboard, or ganun. Tapos, gagamitin nila yon iba-bounce nila yung ball doon sa board. Or kung may ping pong na nga, may racket, iba-bounce lang nila yon. Kasi, natututukan nila yun yung pag binabounce nila yung ball. Yun, that's one way for them to practice mindfulness. Tapos, tinuturuan ko yan sila pag magkasama kami ng mga anak ko. We do the body scanning. Okay, where are we now? We activate our senses, or what are the 5 things that you see right now. Kasi pag tinitingnan mo, so tinitingin ka sa surroundings mo, bumabalik ka sa present mo. 4 things that you feel, 3 things that you can touch. Tell me 2 things that you can taste. Ganyan.
Meron na tayong ibang episode, Michelle.
Ayun. So,
Based
ako, I
on
would just focus sa akin. Kasi one thing at a time, focus on being mindful, being with each other. Maging present tayo within the moment.
Yeah. So, yan. So, is it possible to put fun back in our homeschools? Yes, it is possible. So, let us know din what you think about what we have shared. And merong isang question, sorry hindi ko talaga siya ma-show on screen, pero I'll read it na lang from, thank you for all those pala who commented and greeted us. Hello, hello sa inyong lahat. Hindi pa kami sure kung may meet up talaga. Joke lang yun.
May gusto nang sumama, nabasa ko sa
Joy. Hi, Joy.
Si Joy. Hi. Sabi ni Len Manalo, I have this feeling na the boys are getting older and I feel like I need to be strict na. Feeling ko hindi ko sila mapapamature if puro fun. Michelle, since you are the one with the the oldest kids, what do you think about that? And how can Len address that
Teka, mag-iisip
concern?
ako ha. Kasi nagtataka ako dun sa comment niya na hindi niya
And again,
mapapamature.
alam ko yun. I
fun
think it's because, I think yung concept din kasi natin ng fun.
Fun.
Iba, di ba?
Pambata.
Oo, pambata na parang masaya lang. Alam mo yun, yung masaya lang, yung giddy fun. Yung sinasabi ko kanina na parang it's not giddy fun all the time, but it's nourishing, it's joyful, because life-giving nga eh. Hindi siya parang drag. Oo, gano'n. So parang quiet fun niya. So hindi yung idea, yung concept natin of fun na fun play, fun, ganyan. Parang I think doon nanggagaling idea nila.
Pero the other thing I think is that because her child is a boy, son na to, no? Di ba normal naman sa mga boys talaga na malikot sila, magulo sila, they're always finding something to do, and I don't think na that's the parang the basis for the child growing up and being mature. It's really more of paano mo ba siya tinuturuan sa pang-araw-araw na buhay niya na how he can manage himself. Paano siya maging responsible for himself? How can he manage himself? How can he, relate to the other people in the family kasi nasa bahay lang yan siguro. Yun. I think it's more that.
Yeah. So it's possible pa rin. I mean, kasi di ba even, yun nga, the article is encouraging even us adults to have fun. Yung fun na sinasabi kanina na yung 3 factors, no? Playfulness, connection, and flow. So I think maybe that's what we can focus on, no? When we also try to share this concept of fun with our kids. Yan. So, baka wala na yatang questions. Yes, go
Jumping,
ahead.
yun. Right. And I'd like to add yung kay Michelle na, it's parang for me, you're teaching your child, and dun manggagaling yung maturity, and also your life itself. Parang, parang it's really how we treat our children. So, And if we keep saying na wag kang magulo or something, because that's also what I'm assuming based on the question, parang hindi siya, it's not the fun, yung natalon-talon, gulo-gulo. That's not the fun that we are talking about. It's really parang inner
Yeah.
yan.
The inner
Na
fun,
which we
yeah.
can also share.
Pero,
We
yeah,
can
go
also
ahead.
share with our children. It's not yung, kasi parang minsan I think, yun nga yung sabi kasi din sa article, sometimes we think of fun as something na, mga grand things like vacation, o kaya yung very stimulating, like kung
Or
nasa
easy.
bouncy-bouncy,
Oo.
busy activity. But this one, that the fun that we are talking about is really parang being focused, being in the present. You can still be playful, but it doesn't have to be this grand thing that we
Yeah.
do. It's something na nandito nakaupo ako and I'm having fun. Parang ganun. So medyo parang I think different yung pinapanggalingan ng question dun sa what we
The,
are talking about.
the other thing I want to add to the mom is that playtime and fun time actually helps in your child's development. So, di ba? Kailangan nga, encourage pa natin yung they're enjoying, they're having fun, they're playing, they're playing by themselves and even playing with others or you playing with them. It's part of the development of your child.
That's right. Ayan. So, thank you so much again. Check ko lang kung meron ulit mga questions or comments. Of course, if you're watching this on a replay, you can still ask your questions in the comments and we'll get back to you via comment na lang. Kasi syempre, hindi na siya live. So, yun. So, I think wala na even on YouTube and the Asian Parent page. So, thank you everybody for joining us. You know, sabi nga dun sa article to end, no, yung we need to look at having fun na when we compare it to other approaches to self-care, protecting your mental health, seeking or being more intentional in having fun is actually more accessible for us, no? And it can be instantly rewarding. Ayan. So, before we leave, oh, hi Mother Hen, Donna, thank you so much. Before we leave, we will announce one fun thing that we are so happy to be part of, and maybe you saw it kanina dun sa videos that we showed kanina. So, on April 7 to 9, we will be having the first Asian Homeschool Convention. Ayan.
Woohoo!
So this is actually for the first time we are not organizing it. These are our friends from Homeschool Singapore. Mostly they're homeschool alumni group. So tatlong portions yung convention. There are keynote teachings. So kasama kaming apat dun sa keynote teachings for the Philippines, and there are other countries represented too. There are different topics related to education, and then and this is actually I'm more excited about this. Yung youth program nila is so cool kasi yung high school program nila, there will be an international youth brainstormathon. So we have keynote speakers from different countries. Kasama pa rin ang Philippines, syempre. And the speakers are actually speakers from our previous events from EFL, no? Si Meg Baraka and Jewel Villarisco. And
Si Ayab nandito.
yes, and the Youth Brainstormathon, meron silang mga facilitators. So your teens will be able to brainstorm with teens from all over Asia. Yan. And yan. Ang pinaka-fun, and this is free, the free part of the high school program. So entrance here is free. There will be a music showcase of the teens. Okay? So, napansin ko when I was making this poster, ang daming Pilipino na represented, no? Actually,
So we have to support.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the ilan ba sila?
Oo,
7.
yung dalawang anak
So
ko
please,
kasama
let's
din dito
support.
sa youth eh.
Yeah, we have to support them.
Pati si
So we
Tim ni
support the teen
Tina.
programs. Yeah, so yung sa teen showcase, Destiny Fan will be there, Alisa Noel Ocampo, Ala Broldan, Pablo Miguel Palapak, and Damodar Castillo. Ayan. So if you are interested, you just have to visit homeschoolalumni.sg. So SG kasi our Singapore friends are the ones who are organizing this. And for our next episode, which will be in 2 weeks' time, we will be having some of our friends from Homeschool Singapore here with us. So please save the date na no, for this episode with our special guest from the Homeschool Convention 2022 Asia Edition organizing team. We will be joined by Dawn Fong. She is the founder of Homeschool Singapore. Rebecca Teo, she is also part of the Homeschool alumni and part of the organizers. And Zen Shin, siya yung in charge ng curriculum fair. So yung curriculum fair is actually part of the convention. These are homeschoolers and also vendors that can provide can provide products or services to homeschoolers. So meron pa ring slots actually sa Philippines. If you guys are interested, let me know. Just send us a message or comment below. So you can share.
For the curriculum.
Yes, for the curriculum fair, you can share, meaning you can share your homeschooling journey if you want. Yan. So join us on April 1, okay, for episode 8, Home Education in Asia, True Stories and Lessons Learned. Ayan. So, seeing in the comments, thank you everyone for joining us. And we hope that you learned something as we also learn together with you. No? And we'll see you at our next episode. Thank you so much again. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Take
Happy
care.
Good night.
Take care and stay
Bye.
safe. Bye.